Hey everybody, it's Emerald Stars on the Aura Fury Vintage Story server. Let's have some fun. Now that spring approaches, it is time to do some gardening, and in my travels I was able to find some terra preta. And so I am going to use that to plant some more crops, since right now I have currently maybe 4 grains, spelt grains to my name right now, and a pot of spelt soup or porridge or whatever. And yeah, that's all I have, and I'm going to starve very, very quickly if I do not get a food situation worked out. So I am going to work on expanding this garden with my terra preta, and this part of the garden, since it's been fallow for most of the winter, is all back up to the 50% of each of the nutrients and 90% growth rate or whatever that the medium soil has. And so I am going to expand this part here and get some crops going, and I'll be back. And that right there is a beautiful sight. All of these veggies and grains that will hopefully give me food quickly. These shouldn't take too long. The turnips, they grow pretty quickly, so hopefully I will have some turnips pretty soon to eat so that I can start having more meals, because right now I think I have just two servings of flax porridge left, and that's not going to last me very long. So I hope this gets its rear in gear so that I will be able to have crops. Check out the mini map here. It's this giant green patch now. I love it. And yeah, we're in April now, so spring has started and things are going to be looking up. And I think right now I'm going to kind of clear this area back down of all the trees and vegetation that's kind of gotten a little overgrown. And actually, first I'm going to give you a little tour of what I got going on. Here, let's get a torch in here since it's going to get dark soon. Going on over here. So far I made this kind of decorative dormer piece over the door here, and then I used blue shingles to kind of make this area, and I chiseled them a little bit, so instead of how there's 1-2 steps, I chiseled this chunk and this chunk, and so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, just to give it a smoother incline, decline, whatever, slant. There we go. And I went ahead and planted all of the berry bushes that I have right here along the house. And so I'm excited with the progress of this. I can't do a whole lot more with it right now until I have some more of this chalk. And so I need to go back into this forest over here and quarry some out. So I've got a bit to do, and I will get back to you when I have something to show you. So I've been doing some mining, trying to get a decent supply of copper, and this chunk said that there was a good copper amount here, so I decided to kind of pillar down, and I ended up at a standstill kind of here and saw some drifters and kind of bailed. And so when I came back, I decided to do a little exploring, kind of light things up a little bit, and look at what I found. It's a translocator. It's the first translocator I've ever found. How cool is that? I don't have any, what's it called? The axe. I don't have an axe. Something's... Oh, fork. Drop down from up there. Okay, I'm gonna die, probably. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die. Oh, I hate that we have the drop inventory rule on this server. Like, literally hate it. Because I'm so bad at things like this, and it makes it so I don't go anywhere because I'm so scared of dying, because it's a very legitimate fear for someone like me who's not good at combat. And holy crap, this cavern is huge and horrifying. Yeah, I'm gonna go back down in here and kind of see what I can scavenge out from in here. Oh look, native copper, rich quality. That's awesome. Right outside this translocator. Okay, I'm so on edge being here because drifters and all the baddies that live down here, I'm just gonna hyperventilate probably. Well, since I can't really do anything with this just yet because I don't even have a temporal gear for my own base, I'm still spawning at Raylus's place, I am going to mine this instead. So this is a terrifying place to be. So I'm gonna mine that out. Hey look, more over here. Drop down some torches just to light things up, make things a little friendlier in our cozy cave here. This looks like a pretty isolated spot. I don't think the drifters are gonna come and get me. So I'm gonna get to work on this copper vein here. I'm so excited. A rich copper. I'm probably not gonna need copper for a while now. This was such a good find. Oh, but check out my temporal gear. Look how fast that sucker is spinning. It does not like this area at all. I feel you, dude. I don't like this area at all either. It is so scary to be in the caves and potentially die and leave all of my stuff here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to mark this translocator on the map and then GTFO. Let's see, Translocator? Or whatever. Cyan. That's what Nathaniel uses. It's a good color. It's a pretty color. Okay. I'm gonna slowly... Oh man, I wish I had an axe. These aged wood slabs take forever to mine. I'm so scared. I feel like any second now something is gonna drop on my head. So just that second, the baby monitor made a sound and I just about jumped out of my skin. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm not equipped for being in here. I need to heal up and come back, and then I can mine and have a little bit more peace of mind. But it's not a bad location. I mean, here we are here, and here is my base right up here. So I have a translocator, nice and close to where I live. So if I ever want to go on any adventures in foreign locations, I have the capability of doing so. And I would be a whole lot more willing to do stuff like that if I if I wasn't worried about losing all of my stuff when I died. But I guess that's how this server has to be. Okay, I will see you in a bit when I am a little more prepared. It's been a while since I've updated you on the little farm animals. I now have two female sheep. I'm not even going to try and say the word. 2 female sheep, and this is their child, and she is pregnant again. So I'm going to have another one here soon. And at some point I killed a ram in the wild, so I do have some red meat stew and that's pretty neat. And my garden over here is just chugging away, churning out crops. I will probably eventually expand this because it is not sufficient for the amount of crops I have right now. And yeah, I've got a little bit of a supply of copper here, and my house is looking good. And I planted all the berry bushes here. I don't really want to pick them right now because if I pick them, they're just going to go bad since I don't have any honey to make jam out of them. And I have not made hardly any progress on my poor house here. It's an ugly little facade. Well, the facade part's nice, but inside it looks ugly. I think this looks nice. But yeah, I still need to go and mine some chalk, but quarrying stone just hasn't been something that was on the top of my want to do list, so it hasn't been done. Let's see, I need some horsetail. Do I even have any? It doesn't look like it. So I guess I'm just gonna have to wait and heal up naturally. Yeah, because I don't see any horsetail in any of these. Yeah. So I will wait and heal and eventually head back there. I'm not in desperate need of copper right now, but it's really cool to be able to have rich copper. Oops, that was not the one I wanted to shift click on. Yeah, 20 from those 5. Metal scraps. What do you even use metal scraps for? Do you use them to fix the translocator? Because I know these parts fix it, right? I've never fixed one before, so it's all kind of new territory for me. Let's get a little cubby for their own. Brown coal. Where did I get brown coal from? It must have been in one of those, the boxes that I broke. That's awesome. I mean, it's not a ton of coal, but it's something. And planks. I have no rhyme or reason to my storage here just yet, so someday I'll get to that. But that is not today. Today I am going to heal up and go check out that cave again. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Well, I ended up going spelunking for a little bit, and it was basically just 15 minutes of me wandering around, getting extremely lost, and finding nothing particularly interesting. So I decided to not add it to this episode. And I instead came home and came back to the base and did a little bit of chalk farming. And so I was able to come over here and fill in the gaps over here and get this corner finished. And I replaced, this was chalk, and I decided I wanted the andesite blocks to go there. And I made this fireplace area, and it's got the 3 little fire pits, or will be fire pits when I put some firewood on them and light them. Just for cooking, and this will be like a breakfast nook kind of area, and I added a little bit of fun detailing here with the chisel. And these are half slabs that I cut the first like 4 blocks off of the front. But yeah, that's what I've been working on as far as getting the house built, and I'm going to kind of try and round this corner and see how much more I can add to it and kind of start enclosing it and making it feel a little more homey. Okay, so I just wanted to really quick show you how I am going to handle this little bit right here, since I want this slab, and it's going to be true for all of these. I'm going to have to do some chiseling magic. So since I want a slab there, I have right here these blocks, and I will go and convert them all into chiseled blocks. Pick them back up, and since there is a 4-block limit for multi-block chiseling, this is going to work out perfect. And so I want my chiseled block to present first, so I'm going to put that one in, and then put in my chalk, my wood, and my granite. So now I have a chiseled block with all 4 of those materials in it. So now I can place this here, and since it's a chiseled block, I'm just going to rotate it, and then choose my chalk, and this one here. Here, I'm going to put a torch down so we can see a little better now that it's getting dark, and just kind of come in here and put back the stones that would have otherwise have been there. I'm going to leave those blank because I do want this granite to go in the front, and my chalk blocks are always a little bit recessed, so that will be perfect for them. So I'm going to go in there and then change it to the granite, put those in there. Let's see, how did I do it over here? I'm gonna put this one next to it for reference. Oops, it looks like I need to eat. I always forget that. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly do this part just to show you what I have going on. And then this piece out here and a little line here. Oops. I need that light again. Good lighting is crucial. I know, you're hungry. Deal with it. Okay, and then I will add this wooden piece here by just coming in and putting that down just like that. If I can hit the right voxels. I know. Starving to death is never fun. Alright, just like that. So that's how I'm going to do that. And for the corner, I'm actually going to steal this corner here and duplicate it on my workbench and then use these for the side there. Just a nice, easy peasy replication of that same motif. Okay, I'm going to go get some food and work on this a little bit more, and I will bring you back in when I have something to show you. And just a quick little note, you can craft more than one at a time. You just click and hold, and it will craft the first one, and then click and hold, and it'll craft the second one, and it'll take the durability from your chisel, and it will leave you with your pieces of crafted chiseled blocks. So I'm going to put those there, and clearly they are not in the right rotation, so, and I just broke my chisel, so I have to run back in here and grab another chisel. One thing to be said about these chiseled walls is it takes a lot of these chisels. Alright, see? So that's what it'll look like. And I'm probably going to come in here. Let's see, how many blocks wide is this? 1, 2. I might put a window here, and so then I will be putting some other wood pieces in so that it has kind of this look. Or maybe not, because this one doesn't have these pieces here. And I kind of like that, so I think that's what I'll do. I'll put another window in there like that over here with the wood pieces that go up the sides of the window. And I think that's what I'm going to want to do. Ooh, nice. I can step on that ledge. That is awfully convenient because now I can just slap my little windows down. And I will go from there. And so I can probably, since it's just the same as what I did over here, I can probably just type these blocks and replicate it. At least for this one, I can do that, replicate that. And then for these blocks here, I might just go in and do them by hand, since I don't really have anything perfectly replicated for that yet. So I'm going to snitch this block here. Go. Hop back in here. I don't know if I can fit in there. I am not skinny enough. There we go. No need to be dramatic. Okay. And just copy that. So I wanted to bring you guys back and kind of show you what I've been up to. I got this part of my build finished. I really liked this kind of look of window instead of those quartz glass windows. I will probably be doing that with most of them just because it fits with my build better and the theme and the look that I want. And I just kind of wanted to show you what I'm doing as far as this little overhang right here. I'm going to have a little deck up there on the second level, and to make it all fit, there's going to be a heavy amount of chiseling going on. So I was going to use fence posts, but as you can see, they don't quite line up exactly to where I would want them. So I'm going to have to purely chisel these posts, which is fine because there is a little granite section at the base that I would have lost out on if I had done it any other way, so it's not terrible. And also these half slabs are about 2 times as thick as I would like them, so I'm going to go in and kind of just cut them all in half essentially with chiseling. And another thing to note, because my half slab blocks, they ended right here. See that? I don't know if you can see this line right here, but basically I had to extend out this chiseled block to attach to it. And so this piece right here, I'm probably going to have to stick in my crafting grid and add some wood to, because right now it's just a chalk chiseled block instead of a multi-block of wood and chalk. So I'm going to go on ahead and do that right now and put it in my crafting grid. And oh, I need to chisel some wood for that to work. So there we go. This works better. And then put this in, and this is the block I want to present, and add that to it. So now that has that wood in it, so that when I come in, I can select planks and extend this little bit out right here so that it will connect to my little balcony here. But yeah, that's what I've been doing as far as that. I've got a lot of this fun detailing going on. On this side, I ended up raising the granite wall up just a little bit because I wanted the little granite skirt to be a little higher than it was over on this side. And I've got these walls all put in, and this one over here. And like I said, I'm probably going to come back at some point and redo all of these windows to kind of be that more lattice style that fits more with my build here. But it's back burner. That's right now I really just want walls, and I'm close to having walls that nobody can just hop on over when I finish this section here. And this bit right here is tall enough that I don't worry about anything getting me from there. But yeah, I have a decent amount of this little house going on, and I'm going to work on this and get a little more done on the walls, and I'll bring you back in. Well, my last chisel broke, and so I need to make another one, and I had almost completely forgotten about this little charcoal pit that I had buried, but thankfully I have it because I was out of charcoal, and otherwise I wouldn't have been able to make any more chisels. And chisels are going to be something that is featuring very, very heavily in my build over there because I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I need to dig out this charcoal here so that I will be able to make myself some more chisels. And it looks like I'm just going to have to make a giant batch of them because I'm going to be going through them all. So I will get back to you in a bit. So here is the updated progress of the little patio that I've got going on. I've got this little detailing under here, and I added in some kind of supports here. And I've got one of these done, but I do not want to have to recreate this again. So I am going to take these little pieces and hope that I can use this piece to copy the one, because I do not want to have to go in and do that again. So I'm going to take my piece that I wanted to copy, and here's the other post. Okay, so it looks like, so this right here is a multi-material chiseled block. It has planks and granite cobblestone in it, as does this. But it does not look like that you can use this to copy this. So that's a bit of a bummer because now that's kind of wasted. Oh, that's andesite. Okay, so I am going to grab granite and the wood and copy this piece over. And since when I put down the post, it's right at the edge of a workspace, I also have this extra little piece here that I also need to copy. So I'm going to put that in there and get that copied up. And take them back out. So now that I have my little pieces copied here, I can just set this one back down here and this little connector piece here. Come on, I was standing in the block. And then let's see, this one. Nope, one too far over. Or maybe it is. Hang on. Okay, get out of the block. Maybe I need to do some mirroring since it's from the other side. Yep, I had to just mirror it over. And I have to do that a lot, like pieces that I take from here to put over here, I have to mirror them over. So it's not a huge deal, it's just an extra little step. So mirror this one over, and there we have our little granite bases for those. And I am loving how this is coming out. It's got, hang on, let's do a little cleanup here, get rid of this dirt block, and then get a nice good look at it. Yeah, this is a very... I'm loving this build. It's been so much fun to work with chisel and just let creativity just go wherever it wants. And so I am going to start working a little more on this side and then hopefully make my way around, and so that I can have an entire level complete. So I'm gonna get to that and I'll be back. Here we are, just still chugging away on the house, and I wanted to show you something just really quick. So these chisels are very, I don't know, finicky. If you're chiseling on this block, you need to have this little hit bar or hitbox be on the block that you're chiseling. Okay, so this is a different block. This down here is a different block than this block up here. So to be able to place a block here, I have to hit on the face of this wall. So if I like have my cursor here trying to hit on top of that block there, it's not going to work. So I have to direct it to that face. And now that I have this bottom layer of those blocks that are on that face, I can click on them because now these blocks are part of this one right here. So you just have to make sure that you're clicking on the same block as the block that you're chiseling. And yeah, I made a mistake and I carved this out a little too deep, and so now I'm going back with the very frustrating task of putting it all back. So definitely plan ahead and try to avoid mistakes like that one. But yeah, I'll be back. Well, I have run out of chalk, so I can't really do any more on this house until I get some more of that. But I just wanted to kind of show you what I'd done so far. I added in this little detailing here. I think I need to add a beam across the top there. Yeah, so that's incorrect. I'm gonna have to go and chisel that all back out. That's annoying. But there's gonna be like a plank across the top there. I've got these lovely windows. I love this detailing here, and I finally finished this side. I stole the pieces to put over there and I never brought them back, so the pieces over there belong here. I was just copying them for that side, and I added this little window here. But yeah, all in all, this is really coming together. I just need to finish this last little bit here, and then this house will be solid as far as nothing will be able to just like jump inside and get me. But I mean, obviously, I'm still open to the elements here. So I am going to spend some time quarrying between episodes and probably do a little bit more spelunking, since spelunking on camera is problematic for me. I pretty much just spend the whole time freaking out and jumping at the slightest noise, which is not a great thing when you have littles in the house that make all kinds of noise. And so, yeah, it's just a fun basket of nerves to go spelunking for me. But I am running out of some resources, and I would love to get some bronze going on. And so I will probably try and poke around the caves around here, do some prospecting, see if I can find a vein of tin so I can get some tin bronze. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode.